Hey everybody, I'm David. Welcome to my channel, My Yard Sale. Hey, today I want to just talk a little bit about my health and some current events that maybe I think have been for the better for me. Because I've talked about things that have been so difficult for me and how hard it's been for so long. I feel like I need to share something that happened and maybe is a little bit easier for me. So I'm happy to share this today. So this week has been not impossible. I mean, difficult for sure, but maybe I'm starting to feel a tiny bit better. And Magnus Dens, I think you, sir, are right. I think I've been calling my situation metabolism and metabolic. And while I think that it is maybe in that realm, my issue has been nerves. Like, I think my nerves are literally I think I just fried my nerves. I think that all those years of just eating so much sugar, and of course, when I got to the point where I was eating a lot of sugar, my conditions escalated much worse. And I didn't really feel it. That's when the neuropathy started with me. Um, and uh, and I at some point realized that I was having some problems, and I didn't really think about the difference between metabolism or nerves. But I definitely felt a neuropathy, and I felt the effect that was causing. So I did start making some changes, and unfortunately or fortunately, I had read about salt and electrolytes, and I doubled down on salt. And I mean, at one point, I was drinking salt water like pretty regularly, as thinking that I was doing myself better, which maybe I did at that point. I don't know. But I escalated my sodium levels quite a bit for a very long time. Come to find out now, that level of sodium in your system causes obviously high blood pressure and causes some of the same problems that I was having, which I'm no doctor, so I don't know. But now I'm realizing that I had had so much salt in my diet through the probably year of eating all those hot dogs and bologna that it was actually making my symptoms worse. Now I still eat some salt. I know we need salt for sodium or for electrolytes, but I eat so much less salt. I don't really add salt to anything. I get enough salt in my diet. I do add a little salt to food, but it's just a little bit. It's not like I used to. So it's been a little crazy. Kind of coming off this salt thing, my body's like kind of trying to recalibrate. So some days I feel like if I don't have enough salt or sugar, like it's not as easy of a day. And then the next day I'll eat too much salt or too much sugar and it's even less easy. I'm realizing that trying to get my body to normalize without the salt and sugar and add it a little bit, you know, a little bit throughout the day or throughout the week seems to make me feel a little bit better. Now, I haven't weighed myself in a while, but I know that through this whole thing with the sodium and occasionally when I eat a lot of sugar, I do I do lose quite a bit of weight. My body is still trained to drop the weight and get rid of the sugar and I guess the salt too. Like I don't know exactly how salt gets. I don't know if you have to burn salt or how your body actually uses the salt, and maybe you just go to the bathroom and it leaves your system. I think that's maybe how it works. I'm not sure. But so I've been having difficulties with salt and sugar levels. And for me, sugar levels, like it takes just very little bit of sugar for me to experience downside. It's pretty difficult. And I just want to say right now, I do have some good news for this week. This isn't a bad news, just rant on how bad my health is. Um, so I have had a little bit of a crazy week where my body is like recovering from all the sodium that I've been just crushing myself with over the months, the last few months. And this whole thing of my body recalibrating with the salt levels has been pretty weird. It's been not necessarily bad, but it's been difficult to the fact that, like, depending on what I eat, like, it really affects my energy and my coordination and my neuropathy even more than it ever did before. So I have to be really careful of what I'm eating and what I'm drinking, and I have to be pretty thoughtful of what I'm eating and drinking, and I have to be ready for the repercussions of what could possibly happen because of it. It's pretty difficult actually. So yeah, this week has been maybe a little bit better because it hasn't been quite as freezing cold. It's still chilly at night where I live. I live in New York, and it's cold still. Like, I think we're going to get to freezing in the next. We're going to get back down to 30, 32 degrees in the next couple of days, which I'll be happy when we just get to 50 or 60 degrees consistently, and I'll be super happy. By then, everybody where I live, they'll be complaining about how hot it is and talking about air conditioners. I'm pretty sure I'm never going to need air conditioning again. After this last year and the year before, it's been so cold that I just don't think that I'll need air conditioning again. Maybe if I move back to Florida, I'll need air conditioning. But I'm not going to need it definitely in New York at all. I'm positive of that. So, yeah, so the weather's been okay, but not horrible. My health has been all right. My diet, let's talk about my diet for a second. I feel like I've been eating right. I bought a big old bag of chicken thighs. So I've been eating a ton of chicken thighs. I never thought I would eat so much chicken in my life. And it's difficult for me to like cook it delicious. Like, it's hard for me to like roast it right, or it's just really difficult for me. So I cook it in the microwave. And I think there's a lot of people right now that are going to say, "Ooh, that's gross. Microwave chicken thighs, that's horrible." I got to be honest, I've acquired a flavor for it. I actually didn't hate it. I like it. I put it in the microwave. I microwave it for like a thigh or two thighs for 5 minutes, 6 minutes with a sweet potato, and it doesn't like it doesn't grill the chicken, but it does kind of get a little bit of like a crispiness to it. Maybe because of the fat in the bowl. I don't know exactly how it works, but I put some salt on it with some garlic or some seasoning mix, and that's how I get my salt now. I put it in a little bit of chicken thighs, and I actually enjoy it. I don't hate it. I could eat it, and then I eat the chicken fat, which I guess is pretty healthy, or maybe not healthy. Maybe there's too much saturated fat. I'm not sure. I'm definitely not afraid of saturated fat anymore. I'm not worried about that. I'm more worried about getting the calories in that I need to get in. So I eat a little bit I eat a chicken thigh or a couple chicken thighs, a sweet potato, and usually a kiwi. These these kiwis, like, I never really loved kiwis before, but oh my gosh, I can't I can't like, I don't eat more than one or even sometimes two in a day, but oh my gosh, I've been loving the kiwis, and I guess there's a lot of vitamin C and good vitamins in it. So I've been enjoying a kiwi, a sweet potato, and a couple of chicken thighs a day, mostly as my dinner, my food, and that's been doing me pretty well. Somehow it's enough food for me to start like putting some weight on, and making my body feel like it's getting nutrition, and that's a good thing because I've had that weakness, that feeling of weakness, and just like I haven't had the feeling of having muscle in my body in a long time, and I'm starting to feel that. So I feel like maybe my metabolism, my metabolic problems might be turning. I might be getting a little bit better. I feel like I feel like the insulin sensitivity in my body is a little bit better in the fact that if I eat a lot of calories and protein in a day, I can feel my body like building. Like I can feel it feels different in my body now. It doesn't feel like things are breaking down. It feels like things are building up, and I'm getting strength in different spots in my body that makes sense. I'm having a problem now with coordination. Like, so I'm going to talk about the good thing that happened to me this week. So I've been drinking water from my bathroom sink, my bathroom, the sink for months now because I've had such a problem trying to get the water filter in my refrigerator changed. Like I can get to my filter, I can get my hands up to my filter, but I couldn't like turn the filter the right way to get the hot water or to get the water filter into my refrigerator so that it would filter my water for ice and water. And I can't even explain how difficult that is. Like I would get my hands into my refrigerator. I would be able to push the filter up into the socket, but I couldn't like turn it to get it in to get it seated. So I've had a brand new water filter hanging out of the top of my refrigerator inside where the filter goes for maybe a month and a half, 2 months. I was almost to the point where I was going to call a friend and see if I could get somebody to help me fix it because I don't I don't hate the water where I live. It's not horrible. It's not like I've drank horrible water before. When I was in Phoenix, the water was terrible. When I was in not in Dallas, but in Texas a couple times, the water was terrible. But where I live, the water is okay. But I've drank filtered water for so long that trying to drink water out of this my bathroom sink is not a pleasant experience. I much prefer filtered water. Which filtered water I would drink obviously ice water with the filtered ice, and I would make milk. I'd make powdered milk. I buy powdered milk because I'm not responsible enough to drink all the milk before it goes bad. So I buy powdered milk. I buy those drink mixes from Walmart. That's all the stuff that I've been drinking for quite some time. But without that filter, I haven't really been able to make any of that stuff. I'm not gonna like my water doesn't taste horrible, but it definitely doesn't taste like it's filtered. I'm not gonna make powdered milk. I'm not gonna make milk out of my bathroom sink water. I just can't do it. So I'm pretty happy that I actually got the filter in my refrigerator changed, and that actually immediately once I finally got that, it like changed my life immediately because I can get a glass or a cup of ice with some water and drink icy cold, clean, fresh water. It's amazing how much that like just made my life like 10 times better over one cycle of being able to do that. So happy that I got that done. So that definitely made a positive difference for my life. I'm thankful for that. I haven't been falling down quite as much, and I've been actually getting around my house a little bit better. Of course, I know where all the handholds in my house are, so I go basically from handhold to handhold, making sure that I don't fall down because I fell down so many times that I'm trying to like avoid that. I don't need to like I don't know, get an eye poked out or break a bone. I need to not do that. So I know where all the handholds in my house are, but I'm finding that I'm able to get through my house a little bit easier without going from handhold to handhold, even though I still do handholds because I need to make sure that I don't fall, but I'm a little bit more confident avoiding all the handholds and avoiding falling. I haven't fallen down probably in more than a week, I'm pretty sure. I'm trying to think if it's been a while, but I still do have to be pretty careful. Like for a while, I wasn't really able to, like I didn't have the strength of my legs to be able to put my feet on the ground and stand straight up and walk away. I literally had to get my hands underneath my body and use my arm strength and whatever little arm strength I have. I had to push my body up and with my arms and push my body up with my legs to get to a standing position to be able excuse me, to be able to walk away, which is not not too hard, but it definitely is not as convenient as just putting your feet on the ground and being able to stand up and walk away. So I'm starting to get my strength back a little bit. I'm happy about that. I can physically see the muscle in my body growing. Like I never really had triceps, but I'm starting to see like obviously I use my biceps a lot for holding things and just dragging myself around the house. I never really noticed that I never really focused on triceps. But I was laying in bed the other day and I looked at my arm and I can see that I've got like a little bit of a tricep actually building that it's probably from being on the ground and not being able to get up and pushing myself up off the ground so many times that I'm actually building a little bit of a tricep. I feel like my body is starting to like definitely respond to the just being physical. I need to like add more weight to my actual workouts. I've been doing a lot of push-ups. I call them push-ups, and they are push-ups, but mostly knee push-ups because I don't have enough strength to push my entire body off the ground like a regular man push-up, like I would do when I was in the Navy. Um, but anyways, I'm starting to feel a little tiny bit better. It's it's not like 100 times easier, but maybe like 4 times easier. Being able to drink ice cold water has made my life like so much better. So I'm not like I'm not that old, but I got to be honest. If I can get myself back to health, when I get back to health, I am going to find some people that I can help because life has been so difficult for me that I'm going to try to help some other people. Like if I would have had somebody that helped me change my water filter 2 months ago, my life would have probably been not that much better or easier, but it would have been a little bit better, even though my life would have still been difficult with my physical problems. Being able to drink fresh water would have been nice, even though at that point it was hard enough for me to get from my bedroom to my kitchen. Now I'm able to get to my kitchen, and I'm pointing that way because that's the way my kitchen is. I'm able to get around my house enough that I can get from my bedroom to my kitchen. I was able to get obviously to the kitchen to be able to cook those chicken thighs, which actually I think the protein in the chicken thighs maybe helped me quite a bit. Um, yeah, so if I can get my health back, I'm going to go back to the to somewhere. I'm gonna go. I'm gonna um, I'll give some time to some folks that need some help getting things done because I know how important that is and how that really affects people's lives. So if you have the opportunity to help some old folks around the area, do me a favor and help them out because it's difficult. Life is difficult enough for all of us. And when you physically can't take care of yourself, can't take care of things that need to be taken care of, it makes life 10 times more difficult. So I'm going to definitely spend some time to help some folks when I can get around to it. Because I know how, like I said, how important that would have and how beneficial that would have been for me to be able to get things done around the house a little bit. So yeah, the food that I've been eating is I'm eating good food. I eat a little bit of protein. I eat some well, I eat some sweet potatoes. So I'm getting some fiber. I'm eating these. I do eat some tortillas still, which are probably not the best things ever, but they make things a little bit easier to eat, and I don't end up with food all over my hands, which is good. So a few tortillas, some chicken thighs, some sweet potato, and I have been eating. I was eating a little bit of American cheese, which I know is horrible. But I enjoy a little bit of cheese so much. I don't even explain. I can't explain why I love the cheese so much. And I should probably eat better cheese. I just can't afford it. And actually, I wish I could eat. I wish I could eat burger patties again, but I just can't afford them. The only thing I can really afford is the chicken thighs. And actually, I bought a bunch of this week, and probably this month. I bought a whole bunch of packets of turkey burger, which I'm going to be eating that for quite a bit. And I think that'll be good because I think turkey burger may actually do me better than the chicken thighs because there's obviously less fat. Um, it's more protein. Well, I think it's as much protein. It might be a little bit more protein. I'm not exactly sure. Again, I'm not a doctor. I'm not a nutritionist. I have no idea. But I know the turkey burger. When I did eat turkey, the ground turkey, it did me good, and I think it's going to do me good eating ground turkey for probably a couple weeks. I'll be eating it for a couple weeks. I think I can add a little bit of seasoning and whatever leftover food I have. I can add it and I can eat it with the tortilla, and it fills me up. Oh, and I did buy quite a few more sweet potatoes, and I bought white potatoes too. I mean, I guess there's a health benefit to white potatoes and a health benefit to sweet potatoes, and they're not exactly the same as just eating potatoes. They both have different benefits. Like the white potatoes have a lot of potassium, and the sweet potatoes have a lot of vitamin C and some other nutrients. I'm learning more about nutrients and all these things that I don't really care that much about, but I have to care about because the smallest change in the nutrients in my diet negatively or positively affects me to the point where I can or can't drink cold water, and it's very frustrating. But yeah, it's crazy how that works for me. I don't completely understand it, but it's nice to be able to get around the house and just not feel like I can't get to the kitchen to eat. That kind of sucks. It feels good to be able to get around the house a little bit better um, and be able to eat something that isn't horrible. Like when I'm eating chicken thighs, I don't hate them. I've eaten them a couple times where I maybe could have cooked them a little bit longer, but now I overcooked the heck out of them, and it does, like I said, give it a little bit of a fry kind of feel to it. Like it definitely puts like a crispy edge on the outer portion of the chicken thigh, but it if I don't cook it enough, it's not raw inside, but it's definitely not like well cooked. So I can if I have a couple of chicken thighs and I cook them and I don't cook them long enough to give them that little bit of crispiness, when I get halfway through the thigh, I get that kind of feeling in my throat. Like I'm not gonna throw up, but I almost could because it feels like the inside of the chicken like needs. It's not raw, and it is cooked, but it kind of has that feeling like it's not completely cooked. It's not crispy at all, and it makes me like I've gotten to the point where I like the chicken thighs, but I'm looking forward to not eating chicken thighs because of that. It's nice to be able to put the turkey burger meat into my container and cook it like I don't know 3 or 4 minutes with a sweet potato and just eat the whole thing, and it's good, and it doesn't have any chunky pieces in it that feel it. But I know they're cooked because they've been microwaved for 5 minutes. But if they don't feel like they're cooked, it definitely gives me that feeling like it's not cooked, and then it makes me want to feel like I'm gonna throw up a little bit. So when it comes to like health stuff, I haven't really learned anything new this week. Ed, that thing about my metabolism, I think that it is nerve issues that I've got, and I'm trying to figure out how to heal my nerves faster because my body is starting to my body is starting to respond to the the um, the protein and the calories like I'm physically feeling big. I'm feeling not bigger, like I'm not like getting hefty, but I'm feeling stronger and healthier. Um, so I know my metabolism is definitely starting to respond positively. I'm trying to figure out, besides just adding supplements and adding more pills, how to get my nerves a little bit more healing a little bit faster. I'm trying to figure that out. If any of you guys have any suggestions on that, do me a favor. Leave it below. Leave a note below. Leave a comment below. I'd be interested to hear it or see what you say. I mean, I know that it's going to take some time for me to regrow all these nerves and make them healthier. We'll see. I don't know how long this is going to take or if there's a way to speed it up. One thing that I did do is I did do a 3-day fast. And yes, I hated it. I hate not eating. Like, I know that you have to not eat to fast, obviously. But the autophagy fast was actually, this time, it was actually pretty beneficial because I had all this inflammation, this chronic inflammation that, like, every little bit I ate, it didn't matter what I was eating. It was just causing me more inflammation. Even though it wasn't as bad as it had been, it definitely would get a little bit worse. So I did that fast. I did a 3-day fast, and when I gotta be honest, when I ended it, I wasn't looking for it. When I started it, I wasn't looking forward to it, and when I ended it, the first thing I did was eat 2 chicken thighs and a sweet potato. So I immediately ate after, and I felt so much better. Now I'm to a point where I'm trying to get my calories up to try to gain weight again, and I know that I need to get to 2,000 calories. But it's funny because I couldn't even eat 2,000 calories before. I wasn't hungry enough to eat it, and after this last fast, now I'm hungry. I can wake up or get out of bed at 2 o'clock in the morning and eat something. I'm constantly eating, and I'm sure that that's probably why all of a sudden my body's kind of bouncing back with some of the muscle and just some of the strength in my body, because I'm actually eating more than 300 or 400 calories a day, which I was eating probably close to that, maybe even less some days. Well, less a lot of days. Um, so now it's like I'm always hungry. I'm eating constantly, and I have to like have snacks around so that I can grab something that isn't like sugar, and I don't crave sugar. So I have to have some things that I do eat. Like I've been eating these where are they? I've been eating these things. These are cereal bars from Walmart, and you can get. I got, I don't know, like 30 of these things for $5 or $6, $7, and I've been eating the heck out of these, and I've been really enjoying them. And I've also been eating these things. These are sweet and salty variety pack granola bars. These things, guys, are delicious. They have like this kind of like icing thing on them that it's like a granola bar with like an icing sort of thing. I don't know if it's icing or I don't know exactly what it is, but it's sweet and they're delicious. So I've been eating those things. I bought 2 decent sized packs. I eat probably, I don't know, 3 or 4 of those things. Each of them, I eat, well, 3 or 4 of them, like both together. I'll eat 2 of each every day, and it makes me feel good. I get like, I don't know, 150 calories out of each of those things. So I eat 300 calories just eating a couple of those bars, and then I add on to it the chicken and the kiwis or kiwi and the sweet potato, and I'm starting to get back to getting some normal sort of calories that I can actually like start gaining some positive weight instead of just gaining the tiny amount of weight that I absolutely have to keep keep the strength to be able to get from my bed to the bathroom, which has been exactly where I've been for, well, several times over the last couple of months. There has been times when I literally would save my strength to be able to get to the bathroom. And that's very frustrating. And maybe that could have been because of the calories that I wasn't eating. It could have been because I ate too many cookies that week or that month. I don't know. It's hard to say exactly what it is, but it's like I said before, I don't think it's metabolic as much. It's more just diet based, I think, at this point, and nerve problems. Like I haven't quite figured out exactly where my food, what turns my problems from nerve related to metabolic. Now that I'm kind of like realizing that there is definitely a difference there, and how the effects feel differently. I'm not exactly sure where metabolism and nerve related, stops off and starts again. I'm not sure how that works. I'm sure a doctor would probably be able to help me, but I don't even know if a doctor would be able to help. Maybe a nerve specialist would be able to help and know the difference, but I think most doctors wouldn't have any clue. I don't think. At least I mean I don't see a whole lot of smart input on how that works on YouTube, and I get a lot of my information obviously from YouTube. I mean, I surf YouTube constantly. I surf YouTube at a minimum 6 to 8 hours a day, looking for YouTube information of things that might help me that I can share on this channel. Then I'm sure that there's people that are going to watch my channel and watch my just how things have affected me and things have changed my life better for the better. Um, like I haven't quite figured out who knows exactly how this whole thing between metabolism and nerves separates themselves. I haven't quite found any YouTubers that have been able to offer those kind of things. Of course, everybody's got comments on supplements and diet and stuff like that, but I don't I don't know that that's I think for me it's beyond just supplements and diet. Besides little tiny changes in my life and my body, I think for me it's like I gave myself a landslide of issues that I have to deal with that I think are probably beyond what a lot of maybe doctors or most people would know the nuances of what I'm dealing with. But all that said, I can say that something did happen, and I am starting to feel a little bit better, and I'm starting to get like a little bit more positive feeling about my health and how things might be turning out for me a little bit easier, a little bit better. And I gotta admit again, having fresh water and clean ice has really made my life that much better. I'm really enjoying it that much. So again, I'm open to any comments or thoughts. I do read them all, and I do respond to most that I can. If you have something positive to say or something thoughtful that I should know, please do me a favor and do leave it below. And if you want to just be mean about how skinny I am and and how difficult life is for me, and then just keep it to yourself. But anyways, I hope everybody's having a great weekend, and I hope you have a great week. And thanks for watching. If you're subscribed, again, thank you so much. If you're not subscribed, please subscribe now. If you enjoyed this post, do me a favor and give me a thumbs up. I would really appreciate it. It's very helpful for me. Hope you had a great weekend. Have a great day. Bye bye.